Right, so bring it in, check lights, washers, horn, that sort of stuff. Gloves, which I ain't got yet. I'll go get my bits and then I'll bring all the tools and we'll crack on with it. Do you want to check my brake and reverse light? There we go, found a victim. Brake. Reverse. Thank you. We check lights anyway because usually it tells you on the dash if you've got a bulb out anyway. But you never know. Just checking everything works as it should. Just a minor service. We ask the customer, but 9 times out of 10 we always fit genuine parts. But it's always up to the customer, they have the option, we don't just buy them. So yeah, so we've got sump plug and washer, new oil filter, screen wash. Always put a bit of spray in the latches, any pivot points really. Just a nice little bit of spray just in the hinges. And then just in there as well. I'm going to send it up now and do the stuff under bonnet. 28247. So put the mileage on the job, that's for Adam for when he does the invoice. And then this is our health check system. As I'm doing the inspection, when I'm checking it, I can fill this out. So you've got little different areas, and then service book, so it's in for a service, so we say we reset it. But we always check oil level, so the others are brakes, tyres, any other stuff, so we do that later down the line when we send it up. So at this point, just a bit of a look. So coolant's a little bit low. I'll fill that up so it's on max. Screen wash goes in there. This is what we use for it. So we always put this in. If it doesn't take all that, whatever's left we give to the customer. So just from a glance, it looks like the oil filter's underneath, so we'll do that later on. So usually just pull the dipstick out a little bit, just crack the lid off. It just makes it all flow easier when you're draining it. Just check battery secure, like the brake fluid reservoir, just make sure that's secure, not leaking or anything like that. Just checking pipes. I mean, it's fairly newish car, it's only done 20,000 miles, so we won't expect much or if anything to be up with it, but you never know. So they're a bit low, it's on 27, wants to be on 36. I'm just checking there's no nails or anything in the tyres. And then turning it in lock as well, you can have a listen, see if there's any noise in the top mounts or anything. So I'll start at the top, so spring's good, check it's not broken at the top. Just check the brake pipe, someone's greased them up in the past you can see, but they're good, no corrosion or anything. So just check general condition of the tyre. So just checking for play. Check wheel nuts, because we've had cars in the past come in with a noise, wheels loose, check the valve. And then with my dipper, we can check the tread depths. So legal limit's 1.6, this is on 5.9, 5.3 and 5.3, so these tyres are good. So check the brakes, discs are a little corroded as you can see, so we'll mention it to the customer, but it's nothing to worry about that. Yeah, measure the pads as well, and then when we send it up we can see the inner pad then as well, because sometimes we get cars where one will wear more than the other. If a pad seized or a slide pin seized, it can make the inner pad go down quicker. So the outside might look good and then the inside's nearly on the metal. So these pads are on 6mm, which is fine. I'm just checking there's no nails or anything in the tyres. And then turning it in lock as well, you can have a listen, see if there's any noise in the top mounts or anything. And now it opens all this up so you can check the rubbers. So this is the anti-roll bar drop link, so check the rubbers aren't split, CV boots not split, ball joints down here, just check the rubber. You can see the bush in the arm, so just get a little bar in. And then anything that I find will go on to the VHC. So yeah, so there's no up with that. Exhaust components, these are common for rotting and breaking off. It's like a little sleeve, it joins the front pipe to the centre pipe, but again, because it's done next to no miles, it's pretty good. So just check it's secure. While I do, I check the heat shields as well, because these are known for rotting and falling down. So far so good. Let's move into the rear. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. And then you can see the rear brakes, suspension. I usually start with the springs, it's the easiest one. So spring's good, you can see top and bottom, no fractures or anything like that. See the shocker, well it's not leaking or anything like that. I usually just do that and then it shows that I've looked at it. And then you can see the inner pads, they're good. And then up here you got your brake pipes, well someone's greased them up, so sometimes it makes it a bit difficult to inspect them properly, see if they're actually corroded, which as you can see they're not, they're fine. And then while it's up I can then check the backs for any nails or cuts, anything like that. Pretty much 9 times out of 10, doesn't matter what a car comes in for, we'll do a health check. It gives us an idea, because if you spend a few £100 on a job but there's something else up with it, it doesn't look good, and so we always do a health check first, send it away, and then they know where their car's at, sort of thing. And it helps us as well, because if it comes back in we can see previous history of what it came up with, so if they didn't have this done it could be worse this time round and stuff like that, so it's a really good system. Just stop it coming down, one there, that's the under tray off. Exposes all the engine now, so you can see there's the oil filter change. But then you can see all the other stuff, so radiator, check it's not leaking. I mean, you'd know if it is, you'd have pink stains when there's nothing. Alternator belt's good. So you got your aircon pump, alternator's up there. So yeah, so about to do the VHC health check video. Doing it now while it's still on the ramp, so once I've done it, as I'm getting on with the service, Adam can speak to customers, just gets done a bit quicker then. With your rear brakes, they're looking good. You have about 9mm remaining on the pads and the discs are looking good. Rear suspension components, everything is looking good there. Moving to the front of the vehicle now, and your offside front tyre is good with 5.9, 5.3 and 5.3mm. With your front brakes, the pads are good, you have about 6mm remaining on them. However, the discs are a bit corroded, as you can see on the inner edge there, so when the pads get a bit lower, I would recommend front disc and pad replacement, but at the minute they're okay. No leaks or anything coming from the engine. Thank you for choosing Midland Service Garage. I'll certify be in touch soon. Job done. Right, we'll start with the oil filter. Oh wow. Wow, that is tight. Yeah, I always do the oil filter before the sump plugs. You'll find when you crack the oil filter off, it releases a bit more oil into the sump. So if you drain that first and release that, that'll go into the sump so it's not fully drained. I usually just get a bit of the old engine oil. Doesn't need to be swimming, just a little bit. Just wind that on. Awkward one to grab. Yes. As long as it doesn't get oil on it. Yeah, so with sump plugs we always torque them up, so because we do that many we just know what the setting is for stuff like this, which is 30 Newton meters. Now you'll hear a click in a sec, and that'll be it getting to the torque setting. Cool. We have lots of different oils. Yeah, there's for every make you can think of, like that one's Renault, BMWs, Volkswagens, and there's some more behind you. The most common one we use is in the big 200 litre barrel, because we just go through loads of that. There we go. I'm sure there are tools for it. I just have a trusty funnel. And then you just need lots of patience and a strong arm, because you get a dead arm. Yeah. So it's had its 4 litres of oil. Start the car, get the engine, get the oil moving around the engine. And then I can check it for leaks or anything like that underneath. And then when I bring it down, because the oil's then circulated, I can check the oil level properly. So if you check the oil reading now, it won't be a true reading. Sump plug's not leaking, oil filter's not leaking. So put under tray back on, send it down, check oil level, and then that's the service done. Just service light and stamp the book. But if it's digital, Adam and Simon on the computers, they do all the digital service history for all the cars. Take it out, wipe it dry. Bang on the max mark where it should be. So this is digital history for the service. So we're going to create a new record now. I'll come show you. So come have a look. So this is a service schedule from Seat, genuine Seat stuff. So that's what they'd follow. So we go above and beyond that anyway. We do a lot more than this.
what we're looking at.
Right, so the new record's now been created. So you see the blue line here, that's the one we've just done. So now anyone from dealers or anything who go on the system can see we've done it. It'll have the address on for our garage and stuff, so they know we've done it. Right, okay, so VAGCOM is there. So we use this for a lot of fault scanning. You can do coding on it. So in this case, we're going to do the service reset. So we'll go to resetting, mileage dependent inspection, saying it's done 7,900 kilometers. So that gets put to 0, and there's a time one straight below it. So it's been about not quite a year since it was last done. So that turns to 0 because it's been done today, and that is the service reset done.